Hello,
Selected. Screen
this is
recording.
another
Button. Selected. Screen recording. Button.
80
Double tap and hold to
episode.
change controls. Calendar. Monday, the 16th of March.
In this video, I'm gonna be demonstrating the new iPhone 11.
Photos. Double tap to open.
So, the new iPhone 11 comes with no longer a home button.
Calendar.
Because
Monday, the 16th of March. Double tap to
we are, Apple has gotten rid of the home button prior to the iPhone 11. So,
Photos.
iPhone 10 or higher doesn't have a home button anymore. So for us as voiceover users, we have gotten those
Camera. Double tap
new gestures to use the home screen. So I have to flick the screen because I'm afraid the recording will stop. But we've got these new gestures
Double calendar. Monday, the 16th of March.
that have built in. So for example, for the case of no longer a home button, we have to now slide our finger from the very, very bottom of the screen, and we will get those haptic vibration feedbacks. So,
settings. Double tap to open. Settings.
Let me open up the settings app. So if I slide my finger from the very, very bottom of the screen, the first vibration is to let me know that I've successfully started out. The second one is for the home screen. So if I slide my finger from the very bottom,
settings. Double tap to open.
And now, with the second feedback, I was able to go to the home screen. So, as you probably heard, it will go like boop, pop, and then
adjustable.
And then I released it. To go to the app switcher, we used to double-click the home button and then close the apps, but that's no longer the case. So, to go to the app switcher, we have to slide our finger from the very bottom, but instead of going to the second feedback, we have to go to the third one, which sounds like this.
Switcher. Settings. Active.
So let me try that again.
Calendar. Monday, the 16th of March. Double tap to open. App switcher. Settings. Active.
So as you probably heard, it was
actions available.
And then the app switcher is opened. So, and to close the apps, you use
closing settings. Calendar. Monday, the 16th of March.
Gestures that you would previously used for the iPhone 7 or older. So these are the gestures.
Photos. Double tap
to use the Siri now, because we have no longer a home button, we would have to use now the power button. Now, again, I don't think I can demonstrate using Siri, but
camera. Double tap to open. Switch off.
We have to now hold the power button to access Siri. But I hear you say, if I hold down the power button to use Siri, how do I turn off my phone? Now, Apple gave us a new way to turn off our iPhone. So basically, if you want to turn off your phone, what you do is essentially squeeze the sides of the phone. So you have to hold down the power button, I nearly said the home button. You have to hold down the power button and the volume button together until you hear or see, depending on if you're using voice. Anyway, until the power off appears, and then you would turn off the iPhone like you would normally do with older devices. So you just hold down the power button and the volume button together, and then the slide power off appears. So then, So to do a hard reset, this is a bit complicated because previously we would hold down the home button and the power button together until the Apple logo appears and the phone shuts down. But now that's no longer the case. So to do this, we would have to first press the volume up button, release it, press the volume down button, release it, and then press and hold the power button and the volume button until the slide to power off appears. Let go of the volume button, but keep holding the power button. So it's kind of a little bit a complicated process, and it takes time to get used to. I only got a hang of it yesterday because It's just such a complicated process compared to the prior iPhones. But anyways, so to use the Apple have given us new ways. This is another gesture. Apple have given us new ways to access the notification center and control center. So you can still use the old one. You can still put the focus on the status bar and swipe down for the notification center, swipe up for the control center. So if you're comfortable with these gestures, they're still there. But they have also given us new haptic touch gestures, the same way as for the home screen and for the app switcher. So let me demonstrate. Turn the speech back on.
Speech on.
So if I slide up this time from the very top of the screen, the first feedback is, of course, to let us know that we've successfully started out the gesture, and then there'll be two more. So the first one is successful start. Second one
Camera.
is for the second one is for the control center. So if I wanted to access the control center, I would swipe down until I hear the second tone.
Control airplane mode. Switch button.
And then release. So
Double
there's
tap
my
and hold to
control
controls.
center.
Double tap to toggle setting. Actions available.
And then of course to go back, I'll slide up from the bottom.
Calendar. Monday, the 16th of March.
Just like for the
Double
home
tap to
screen. And then to access the notification center, I would continue swiping down until I hear the third option.
Notifications. No older notifications.
And there are my notifications, and thank God there's no notifications because I don't want you guys to see them, because I'm screen recording it.
Calendar. Monday, the 16th of March. Double tap to open.
And the last new thing I want to talk about is the voiceover shortcut. So previously we would click the home button to access our shortcut, but now if we wanted to turn off the voiceover, we would have to triple click the power button.
Voiceover off.
And voiceover is off.
Voiceover on. Calendar. Monday, the 16th of March.
Voiceover is
Double
back
tap to
on.
open. Screen curtain on.
So there you go. We would
Photos.
use
Double tap to
the
open.
power button now to. So we now use the power button actually more than you think, because there is no home button anymore. So there are only 2 buttons left on this iPhone. Actually, no,
Calendar.
3.
Monday, the
Pardon
16th of
me.
March. Double tap to open.
3 buttons. The power button and the 2 volume buttons. No more buttons anymore. And of course, we have no headphone jack.
Photos.
So
Double tap to open.
to use the headphones,
Switch off.
we have to have an adapter. Like if it was for any headphones, but because I have Apple earphones, I can actually plug them in in the charging area, and I can use them then. So these are the basic new controls and things about the new iPhone 11. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about it. I mean, feel free to leave a feedback anyways. And request any more videos that you want me to make. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Speech on. Control center. Low power mode. Switch button. Torch. Selected. Screen recording. Button.